addicts. Thanks for checking out the Home Recording Network. And if you watch my last video, we went over how to get a female vocal to kind of sit on top of the mix. But this video, we're going to take a look at the backup vocals in the chorus. So first of all, when I'm tracking a vocalist for the chorus, I will usually have them sing 3 times. I'll have them track the part 3 times. And that's because 2 of those tracks are going to be the backup vocals, and I'm going to pan them hard right and hard left. I do that with probably about 90% of my choruses. And this is going to make our choruses super wide and very full. And this track down here, the chorus backup, is basically those 2 parts just rendered into one track. So here's what it sounds like.
Why collect the memories that keep us at fault until we're numb and undefined?
Now, I treat backup vocals a very specific way. So I like to over compress them so they're not standing out on top of the main vocals. I want them to kind of sit back in the mix more so than the main vocal, and I EQ them a certain way. So let's just walk through the chain real quick. So with the 1176 compressor, a normal vocal compression setting for me would be the release the fastest it can go, and then the attack maybe at 3, or maybe a medium attack here. But I like to speed up the attack on my backup vocals, again, to sit them further back in the mix. And then I like to also slow down the release a little bit, and this is going to have the same effect. It's going to push these back into the mix a bit. And we have some heavy compression going on here, and we're absolutely flattening this vocal.
Why collect the memories that keep us at fault until we're numb and undefined?
And then on the EQ side, a lot of times I like to really thin out my backup vocals. I don't want all the low frequencies in them that I have in the main vocal. So all we have for EQ on this is the SSL channel, and you can see that we have the high pass filter all the way up to 350. So this is taking out all of the low end, everything below 350. And I'll play this and bring this back a bit.
Why collect the memories that keep us at fault until we're numb and undefined?
See, we're really thinning this vocal out, but it's not a bad thing for backups. We also have a little boost at 8K here, and on the main vocal, we boosted at about 12K, but on the backups, I want them even brighter than the main vocal, so I'm boosting everything above 8K by just a couple dB here. And the rest of the plugins are basically all the normal settings. So I have a de-esser on there, just a female wideband. I have a limiter like I do with all my vocals, just taking off the peaks of the vocal. And this last plugin's just taking down some gain a little bit because the track was a little hot. So the first 2 plugins are really doing the bulk of the work here. And then we can just blend these backups in with our main vocal track, and it's going to give the vocal part just a wider feel. So I'll bring volume all the way down and bring this up as it plays.
Why collect the memories that keep us at fault until we're numb and undefined? The start is the hardest part. Hold on, give it time.
Now, typically, these backups aren't very high in the mix unless I'm going for an effect like that, but this is definitely going to widen your vocals up and just give them a wider stereo image and fill out the main vocal track, or fill out the vocal part as a whole. Hey guys, if you found this video helpful, be sure to download your free home studio mix guide with your go-to EQ and compression settings for all your tracks. Also, feel free to register for my free online mix training that I hold a couple times a week so you can learn how to make radio quality music from your home without breaking the bank.